Hi guys, this is Wolf. I had I just traded 15 minutes today at 2 o'clock. I will upload that video, and then I stopped. I took a position right here a while ago. I left it, but I saw it went pretty well there. I also put some stop loss, but I took it away. I lost all this here because I wasn't on my computer today. I thought the markets would be closed, so I didn't make any choice, only some pips in the morning. Now, as you can see, we have at 71, we're at 94, like 23 pips, and I will try to put my bot to give me an exit position. This move here seems pretty normal. Why? Because the markets did a great job in this morning trend here. It was like about 150 pips. Yeah, that was 150 pips there. But from 8 in the morning until 5 in the morning, it was 13.030. I see some movement here, and my bot says there are kind of movements in EuroUsD. It is amazing. We've seen some great short trends there in the weekly, monthly. It seems pretty sure that this month will close in the red candle. I think we kind of flagging here. Flagging mirror means prepare to give them. Let me see here. When I see some pips like this, I prefer to follow my bot, but sometimes he can give me, it can take all the pips, so we have to be kind of careful here. Great. Okay, this one here. EuroUsd is trying to retrace somehow. Maybe you can try along here. I want to wait a little bit. Another thing is that Germany 30 is closing in half an hour, so we can have some nasty moves there. Some really quick, non-representative moves, which can destroy all the earnings. So I traded because this is my second trade today, and I took it, so I wanted to scalp it a little bit. I want to follow 2 orders of my bot. My bot is saying here, prepare for a reverse. As you see, the 4-hour candle, it's becoming greener and greener. 30 minutes candles have a small trend there. Okay, have some signals here for to buy. Remember, we want really short failures. Oh, here you see it's becomes a little weaker. Let's wait 1 or 2 candles and we'll see what we do. I have signals here for a long. I don't like this move here. Okay, let's take a long here and see where this can goes. Of course, it's a retracement, so you know, betting against the trend isn't the best thing always. You have to find the trend and then follow it. When you bet against, you have to prepare yourself for very little pips or cut your losses really, really fast because the trend will take over and there will be a major problem. Okay, we're like 15 pips here. What an amazing bear run here. As you can see, it was 1.17. It went pretty down, 1,600 pips maybe. I'm not sure, 1,100 pips. No, 100 pips. Here market becomes weaker and weaker, but I told you before, it is because it is closing, so it will give some really bad signals. I don't like trading in Wall Street either at 10, 10:30 and after, because you see some violent moves, and I've seen some traders make a lot of mistakes at that hours because either they didn't make anything the whole day, so they are overwhelmed by emotion of I want to make some money too. Today, why didn't I make any money? So they cannot accept they don't accept the reality that didn't have the good luck that day. Or another thing is that they have made some money or they have made some losses and they want in half an hour to take them back. That is the biggest problem there. If you want to take back losses in half an hour, you're going to make a great mistakes and going to lose your account. You're going to blow your account in half an hour. I've seen that happen, guys. I've seen many accounts blown up in just half an hour. Because the person was impatient, because the person didn't accept his loss that day. Yet it becomes some kind of weak here. I'm at 15 pips. I think I'll try and close that. I have a weak signal from my bot. Very weak signal. As I promised you, I will try to avoid making the decision myself, but when I see a great signal there, I will close it, because the market becomes really weak there. Still looks like a retracement. You see, we always All our scalping moves today, for some reason, were made against the trend. It's not a wise thing, of course. Don't do it yourself. Start flagging here. 5 minutes drop. 4 hours have taken some green here. This was you see, as I told you, they had a nice bull trap here. Went the all way down. Why not going all the way up here? But maybe not today, not at this point. Of course, we don't trade long terms here. We are not investors. And I believe markets are not built to invest. Or you can have a good inside info, of course, or a big portfolio, big account to be able to invest, so you can handle the drawbacks that the market make and keep going on and on. Some indecisions here, indecisions, but we have to be prepared there, because I believe that a spike will come. I don't want to be on the other side of the spike. My bot is telling me to close it somewhere, which means it gives an opposite signal, but it's not verified yet. I will take it right away if I see the signal on my green box there, or my red box that I have created. I will close it immediately. You see, the worst thing in the markets is that I think I told that many times and in other videos. It's the consolidation, the sideways that they choose, and Dax has the sideways. Like I've seen many times sideways of half an hour, 1.5 hour, which for the scalpers, if you're an impatient scalper, this can destroy you guys. As a scalper, you must realize that you must find the action. Is it that easy? Of course not. It's not that easy, but you have to figure it out. If there is no action, you go up and close your position really fast, which means that you may destroy your account really fast. Opening and closing, the commissions, the everything, you know, these are the problems there. Okay, have some signs of weakness in EuroUSD. We have to be prepared there also to close a small loss position. still DAX looks weak. There's no great action happening right now. But they're preparing something here for sure. I can smell it. Why? Because I'm a wolf. Yeah, I think you already know that many dogs and wolves also, we have a great nose there. We smell things happening before they happen. Okay, we see some movement here. You know, at any time this market can go really fast, really take a down movement, because the trend is also down. So we're at 19-20 pips here almost. You see the bot. The most interesting thing about my bot is that even though I think we're gonna drop down here. Okay, I'm closing my position, guys, at 16, 15, yeah, 15 pips there. That's okay. I had a signal there, but as you know, many times signal fail. Okay, I have a friend here that wants to follow the bot. Wait a minute. Let me put my... Yes? Hi Gonzalez, how are you? Okay, I'm making also video, so don't tell any personal things about yourself, your bank account or something like that, okay? Because they will be public, so don't tell anything about you. Let's say your name is Gonzalez and you're from Mexico, right? Great. Speedy Gonzalez, yes, yeah. Okay, have you made any movements until now? Yeah? How did... Great. It was a really great, it was a great short day there, I see. Too soon. Oh, okay. Yes, I see. Don't worry. I had, as I told you, I went for lunch, and I went inside in the DAX at, I think, 6 o'clock, 5:30. Maybe I took like 15 pips there. It went up 20, 25, but I had to close at. But these hours, as I was talking to the video, are really strange because the market is closing. So you have to be really careful there because some violent movement happens sometimes. Yeah, they try to. So, okay, I have taken a position. It's going against me a little bit now, but I will wait a little bit. In EuroUSD, I took it, let me see, at 282. It's not very far away, of course. Yeah, I'm still waiting there. But the problem today, you know, it's like we don't have any other market. The Wall Street won't trade, right? Yes. Yeah, I think they make some spikes here, but not something very interesting to enter, and the commissions are really high at this point. So I don't like that either. I think Germany is preparing for a bear. I saw some weakness there from my bot. I closed that. I think they're preparing for down, but still, as you can see, Bollingers are really tight there. Yeah, as you saw in my videos, I have 5 minutes, 4 hours, 30 minutes, but it doesn't matter really much. I like that for the trend, of course, because the bot gives signals both sides, but I prefer sometimes to take the signals of one side, which means of the long or the short term. But for some reason today, my two moves were the opposite side. Of EuroUSD, I took a move in the morning, and it was like I was against the trend, of course. It did well, but I was against. Now I'm also against it because I have a buy position there. Okay. Do you watch any other markets? Yes. Do you see any other pairs also? Sometimes, you know, they go to all the pairs. Yeah. Okay. Based on what? Yeah, but where do they base the weakness or the okay the price action? Right. So the green one shows the price action, or the red one? Yes. Yes. Yeah. Which mean yes. Yes. Hmm. So there's a great price action there. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, sometimes you need some help from this kind of things because we trade not a specific market but volatility. So we have to find volatility. Uh, so we have a New Zealand USD now, a Swiss franc also. Okay, let's try USD Swiss franc. I want to see a little bit of graphic there. Okay, let's go. Yes, yeah. They they had a movement there. Yeah, I see that there was a moment. Yeah. Yes. I see. It looks like a retracement, of course. I don't think it's going down. Yeah. Okay. Jer yeah. I see. Oh, I see they have a pretty high spread here. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, for some reason they have a lot of money, but they need a lot of money to trade with them. Oh, I saw you see Germany, I think there's some pips there in Germany. I sensed the weakness, that's why I closed there. The bot saw it, but I couldn't take that one. Let's see what I think they're trying, you know, for some reason they're trying to close it at someone, you know, behind. They don't want to show a great trend there, which sometimes gives the opposite, which means the next day maybe they go up for some reason. I saw it before, yes, but now I cannot enter now because my signal was too. I was checking the Swiss franc, and I told it to the video previously. Okay, I see a weakness. Maybe I jump in a while, but now that's why we have to concentrate ourselves in some specific markets, maybe. Yeah, you have to concentrate in some markets. This is what I do also, in order to learn how they move also, because some markets make. I think the USD Japan pair makes a lot of wicks, a lot of they retrace many times. Yes, yes, exactly. There's some movements in Euros USD now. I think they may try to do there something. I mean, already, of course. Uh, the Germany's, yeah, I think it closed, right? Or it closed in 15 seconds. Yeah, Germany, isn't that closed? No, the market will be open at 11 o'clock, but I think the spot index is closed now. Now is the aftermarket. Yeah, they closed that at that time. As you can see, the spreads went from 1 pip to 2 pips now. Yeah, but if there is a lot of movement, we can always try something. So don't worry. Yeah. Great. Well, it's trying to break. I think USD is trying to break somehow. Yeah, 282. I'm long at 282. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I see that. It has possibilities, right? Yeah, I think at that point, maybe behind or more forward, I had my signals for somewhere there, I think. But we're flagging for sure here. I see in the 1 minute chart we're flagging. I have no great weakness now to. I see my bot and it says don't worry about nothing at this point. But this can change, of course, in minutes. But now it seems it's trying to find the identity. It's trying to find something there. Yeah, now we have some movements, of course, in Germany for some reason. They try to. I think it's a fake movement. Getting weaker, but my bot gives it like a fake movement. I don't know why. Which means if it for some reason starts to go up, I will jump in there. I will tell you when I enter. If I enter, I will tell you. I will give the signal there. It's very convenient, you know, this thing here is very convenient that, okay, we're trying to go down and stuff like that. But I may get a signal sometimes, you know, I've seen there's a big, because there was a great uptrend, they're going down and down, then my signal comes a little bit later. I've been informed like after the action for some reason, but not losing too many pips, of course, so don't worry about the situation. I've tried to find some other things there to close it because I've seen many retracements that are pretty strong, like this one here. So I will try along there, but not yet, not yet. Yeah. But you know, I was, at some point I had opened many pairs on my computer, but I saw that I couldn't. The spreads on some of them are pretty high, so I let that idea of you know, watching these markets and trying to trade when I see some movement there. And there's some kind of reaction with other pairs, of course. As you know, when a pair goes up, maybe USD Japan goes down, they have a correlation together there. Okay, my EuroUSD signal hasn't changed yet. Germany made a nice scalping move there, but now we cannot enter. Yeah, it made like 30 pips. It was a... Yeah, it wasn't bad at all. It was a linear move there. You know, but linear moves aren't the best. They hide something. Maybe they can go even lower, but sometimes they hide something. No volatility. Yeah, because, you know, when the US market isn't trading, I think they move the whole world for some reason. So they fuel USD, they fuel our markets, but Germany today behaved nicely without them also. Yes. Pip by pip. It was somehow obvious to trade, right? Yeah, yeah. I see, you know, this can be seen also in 30 minutes that it was small 30 minutes candles but steady down. So you can see that also there. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Well, I've been a lot of years. I think I've been with other nicknames there. I can't tell you what. I'm like 2 years or something. I don't know. Yeah, but I changed my name lastly, so I understand that it looks like a new buy there. But I've followed some people there from very very long time ago. There are many like Mario and stuff. I think Mario. It's not. I did. I saw it lately. Lately means like 6 months or something because 2 years ago he wasn't there. As a girl, you mean? Yeah, I've seen them also. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So I see something right there. Maybe I see your point of view there. Sure, sure. At that time, yeah, 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 right. And maybe I see something right there, Race. Sure. Yeah, I see that. They had a nice, you know, they had a really nice trap, a bull trap, as I told before, because at the at 1 o'clock when it opened, it went a nice gap until 5 o'clock in the morning, and then it started going down and down. So it was a nice movement to for some, but that's the point, you know, when sometimes two people, one saying short and one saying long, can win, because at one point the short person, the one who shorted, may take his trade and win, and after half an hour, because the other guy is not a scalper but believes that the market will go at his price, he takes that also. And that's the difficult part there, you know. If you're a scalper, you cannot. You have to make some really decisions at that point, at that 5 minute chart or 15 minutes or 1 minute. You have to understand that this is your time frame, and that time frame has nothing to do with others' moves sometimes, except a person that trades with you at the same, you know, at the same ideas. You have the same days with him, and you trade together. So yes, sure, yeah. Okay, you saw 5 minute candles, really nice and big and red. You see, that's the problem with the markets. It struggled like from let's see, from 4 o'clock until 6, 2 hours, struggling to make like 20 pips, 30, and he did that in half an hour. That's the nastiest things in the markets, which you have to handle, of course, because and not be sleepy too much, because if you're not seeing these things, you're going to say, but we were going upside. What happened? Nothing happens. A guy there decided he went to the toilet, or he had to go for lunch like 2 hours, and he came back and said, okay, let's press the red button right now. At the end of the day, right? Sharks, yeah. Do we have electricity at Jellyfish? Huh? Or not? No, we don't. Not even that. We have not even 2 batteries to charge it. EuroUSD seems to stay put there. Yeah, no great volatility at all. But still, I have no red button there from the bot, which is something nice. Yet it is short. Yeah, short exit, because sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes I've told my bot, show me the opposite direction. If there is the opposite direction at that point, show it to me so I can make a decision whether to follow that direction, the opposite. So if you lose 10-15 pips from the other direction, you can take the other one. But it depends how red is the day, if it's the day is consolidating. So you can take both sides, both my signals. But if it's not, you have to make a choice. For example, until now, all the great movements in EuroUSD and Dax were in short. So sometimes you do have to follow the trend, and you have to respect that. Yeah. Yes. It was, I think, like 6 months or 1 year ago, and there was some articles about that. And I think when you read an article, you have to do the opposite thing sometimes, or many of the times, because someone wrote it. I had read an article when EuroUSD was at 1.05, and they were saying like, oh my God, we're going lower than the euro. Euro is going lower than the USD and stuff like that. And after 2 days, it made a great uptrend. Exactly after 2 days. So at one point, there was an article also which said that for some reason, when euro is up, the DAX and the other markets are down or something like that. But at one point, they changed that. So yeah, so they changed that, so you now you don't know what to do. Or if you were chasing that like that way, you are stuck now. There's no great correlation there, but there's a big correlation with Dax and EuroUSD, with Wall Street. A great correlation, Wall Street and Dax, I believe. I've seen it a lot of times. Even though yeah. Mm-hmm. So that makes sense there. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. Yeah, they want cheap euro there so they can sell more. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Let me see. And I think it's not now the turning point of going at that point. We have to find the turning point, and I believe I have some weak signal for the Germany right now. I don't know if that. Wait a little bit. I want to make sure of it. Maybe that was a turning point there, but again, I saw conflicting signals there. I have to wait a little bit, but I think volatility has really dropped there, so I don't think they're flagging. Sometimes we have to respect, as I said to many other traders that I chat sometimes, we have to respect the flags also. The flags are really important to understand how they work, so you don't enter too early. If you see in 1 minute, it is flagging right now. Flagging means it's a situation when you have an uptrend or a violent downtrend, and the market wants to rest there. So when it's resting, it makes fractals. If you go to 1 minute chart, you're going to see. Do you know about fractals? You have to learn about fractals, because fractals are a major. Bill, I think it was a guy in USA that found out about fractals. Okay, maybe you can try this one, but still it's close. That's why, if it was open, I would take this trade. I will in Germany, but I told you I didn't like that. It was kind of fake to me, this whole downward movement there. But let's see what they have in mind. Fractals are as like U-turns, when you say I'm going this way and then you turn and you go the other way. You need one candle in the middle, which is higher than two candles in the left and in the right. That's an up fractal. And if you want to see a down fractal, you can go to 1 minute. For example, in the German, in 5 minutes now, a fractal is formatted because when you see we have a candle in the middle, and there are two candles on the right, and of course there are two candles on the left. no matter if they are 100 pips away. So this is a down fractal. You need to learn. So it's important when you have a downward movement, the market needs to rest. I think sometimes DAX is resting like half an hour. It's too much, and the fractals and that it makes the move is very, very slow. So we cannot scalp them very easily. But in the US, even in these flags here, we can definitely scalp there. So I think this flag is hiding, my bot saying is hiding a long position there. But yeah, in Germany it's hiding a long the rest from until now. They may try to go higher. Of course, sometimes I also use Bollinger Band inside, so sometimes this is helpful too, but when the market decides to turn, you're left, with nothing, because you say, but we were on the uptrend, we were the upside of the Bollinger. Why did you went down? A trend. Yeah, I think, yeah. I think US market does that all the time. At some point I was watching with only Bollinger Band before my bot there, and you could see that they went deep down in the lower Bollinger Band and again up and down and up. It was something really, it was amazing. Oh yeah, yes. And sometimes you see in the stochastic when there no trend at all, it's something not really nice, not smooth. You see a pattern really not that great there, especially in 1 minute. 1 minute chart, you may see it a lot. Oh, the wolf cannot. I told you before, my friend. Don't ask this. They're going to come for me. maybe off the camera. I will tell you off the camera sometime. Okay. Yeah, I told you. Don't tell something personal. Don't tell me, for example, that you have a girlfriend and you have an affair too, because she gonna see that. Don't tell me about affairs. Okay. Okay. I like it. Looks nice, but I don't have volatility there. Wait. Maybe I think tomorrow. Maybe they want to rest here for the rest of the day. Maybe. And tomorrow somehow they have to react the uptrend, for example, in the DAX. But this, these are something. These are beliefs, and beliefs are not really good sign in the market sometimes. You do what the market says, what the trend says, what your charts say. You don't do. Many people. That's why many people lose both sides. Other believe now we're going up, and the others say you have seen it in many forums also. There are many people saying I'm going long now, and others say, oh, I see a short here, and you get some conflicting there. Sure. I will try a long position. I have a signal here. I will try a long at 842 in Germany. 842, but don't put some anywhere in a educational status right now. Don't overload that. Okay, I will be ready for any trend change very fast. Let's see. The EuroUsd is trying to react somehow, but now it's not Yeah, it's small positive for because I put really small stakes there, but I care about the pips mostly. I want to make sure I have consistency in the pips that I take. Whoa, it's very difficult. Yeah, yeah. This happens sometimes, you know, these big amounts can happen when you trade with no real strategy or no real help, because you may be lucky one day and you may caught the downtrend. But some people say it's better to make like €1 when you have a good strategy instead of making €10 or €100 with no strategy at all, because they mean that at some point you're going to lose big because of this behavior. Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. But it's really important there, because you know sometimes people have good ideas, great ideas, but they may lose one or two times and they say, "Oh my God, this isn't working at all." And but at the end of the day, they have to put themselves down and see how many losses they had, because you cannot have no losses at all. It's impossible. Yeah, it's impossible not to have losses over the day, and that's why the best thing to understand when somebody is a scam, if he says, "Okay, I have 100% win percentage," which is okay, you say, "Very nice to meet you." I go down, "Very nice to meet you, my friend," but I will move on and do myself. So you see now, it's not very easy. Germany is not moving at all, I think. Yeah, we're in a day. I hoped, you know, maybe tomorrow I see, but well, we have to do it off the working hours. Maybe we can follow the Wall Street at some point. The thrill is great there, and when my decision, you know, because sometimes I can have a nice buy position, but if there is no volatility, the sell position will come fast, and maybe it will be in the red territory. But if there is volatility, my buy signals will go a few pips up, and then we'll close surely in the green territory. Nothing is moving. You know, I saw a psychologist the other day telling about the adaptivity. I think it's called like adaptivity. I don't know how they call it. Yeah, we have to adapt. For example, now it's a time when you have to adapt yourself, and you say, "Okay, I will close everything and go and rest for the rest of the day." Hmm. Yes, yes. See, sure, sure. Many people who have, you know, I had a mentor, a guy was talking that the other days, and sometimes it is important to understand that when you, especially when you have a loss, when you have a very big loss or a losing move, or you have two sequent consequent movement that you're losing, it's very important for you to leave the screen at that point and do something else for like 5-10 minutes, and then come back with a fresh mind, fresh and clear thinking, and clarity and whatever you can say it, and you can keep going and make better decisions. Because if you're overwhelmed by the irritability at that point, you say, oh my God, I have lost already 3 trades, what is going on here? Then you start to make some great mistakes there. Yeah. Sure, revenge turning, we have to accept some losses sometimes. I'm telling again and again, maybe I tell it so I can accept it also myself, but you have to accept that these guys are really nice, are really good at what they do. And the timing, what we're speaking about is the timing. I see some weakness, my body is getting some weakness. You see, EuroUSD was at green, now red, but it's really small there. And I have some weakness, 10 pips minus there. Maybe I will see if I will close that one. You see, in every time frame in EuroUSD, the candles have come really close together, which means it's not a very good market to trade today. Maybe I will skip that even there. We have 1 or 2 pips winning here, right? How many? 5? 4. I have 2. Where do you trade? In other market? Why I do have 2? 41.8. Wow. I took that at 44. Oh, you entered before my signal. Okay, maybe of course there are different platforms, they give different numbers, so no problem. Yeah, maybe I can move to your platform. So they stealing me here. What is going on? I think your platform has some nice. They have some nice, spreads there. I was thinking of moving there because they have very nice spreads aftermarket. Aftermarket spreads are great. Let me see what spreads do they have right now. Yeah, they have they have two spreads, 2 points over. But the euro, yeah, 6. I have 8 there. Yeah, I have to move to your house, man. Yeah. Okay, some really small movements, but nevertheless, it's very. I'm very glad because at some point, maybe that was 1 or 2 years ago, when every trade I made, it was minus. No matter what my choice was, I couldn't make not even one prediction there. I was really frustrated. I did all the mistakes, all the emotional mistakes, all the revenge stuff like that. So it's really hard for me. And seeing after many years that even though the market isn't moving, the bot still chooses a nice position to enter. And that's the great thing about here. Struggling, yeah. I'm not sure if I'm happy or not, but maybe a little bit calmer. I don't feel that I will be rich, even though I have this position here, because the Dax at this point now can make a really great big red candle and wipe you out. I know the markets are unpredictable, but we have to test it over time and see where bot can go with us, where it can lead us, for example. Because many people, I told you in the flag before, it's very important to enter at some point when and the bot kind of, I use the word senses, but doesn't sense nothing. It just in numbers. So, yeah, it's not like it senses like something. But it's important for me, to have some green trades. It gives you some strength, some physical and psychological strength. And you say, yeah, today I had some nice movements. I didn't take my decision. I wasn't even watching there. And we were talking about women, I think. I don't remember. and then a signal comes up. It's really amazing. Yeah. Of the stress, of the yes, of the it is the weight of making the decision. That's why that is the problem there. The weight of making the decision is something that and that's why so many seminars fail. Many seminars, many gurus, as I told you previously in the morning, many gurus fail because let's not talk about trading. Let's talk about some guy who has some psychological issues. He has some fears or whatever, and then he goes to the psychologist, and they have a nice chat there. Okay, tell me about your problems. Tell me about your childhood, were you abused or some stuff like that, and you start feeling nice there. But when you go out from the office, you start realizing that you're alone again. This is exactly with these lessons. Unless you sit next to the decks of a guy who knows stuff and sees what he does and how he does it, no matter how many books you read, you're never going to make it. And with business where money are in the place. I see some weakness, for example, in EuroUsd. I don't know why it gives me weakness there. I am exactly even at this point. Very even. If I see maybe another red candle, something like that, I will have to close that one. And until I see some really nice movement, I won't do nothing. Okay, we have some pips here in Germany. That's nice. Great there. You see, sometimes there are many especially in these time frames, we have many fake breakouts, and I hope USD didn't do something like that. Because if they haven't, I have a suspicion, as I was watching the daily of the EuroUSD, I have suspicion maybe they want to try to go to even lower territories. I was watching the monthly there, and but they have to retrace. It's like 2 months in the red. You see there are some support and resistance. There are great support and resistance there at Euro. If you go to the monthly, do you know about support and resistance levels? Yeah, if you go there in monthly EuroUSD, you're going to see I already see 3 points of support and resistance. Let me open this. Well, if you take a yeah. Yeah, like crazy. I know. Hey, so what is going on right here? That's another important aspect of the support and resistance. I've told many times to many traders and to many people that, and in the video, I think the first video I made, that these guys know that we know where the support and resistance is. You know, they know, it's obvious. So when something is so obvious, it means that it can break at any time when they choose to. So if you choose to take a long there, maybe you have to trade with support and resistance and say to yourself, okay, if this is broken, we have to leave that. Maybe something like that. I don't know. But yeah, but not something sure, right. Let's see there. No, I haven't sold that yet. I have kept that, but you know, there's no real action happening there. And when you know, trading with small stakes, EuroUsd have to make like 200, 300 pips there, and to make some small money, even some small money for a day. I think today it was like 1,100 pips down. If you take the overall picture from maybe 5 o'clock in the morning, it was from 1.17, it went 1.16. This is called 1,000 pips in the EuroUsd. Sure, it's yeah, it's really difficult, you know, to manage that kind. That's why you have to lower the stakes there, because you know, when I was at one point I started trading with some pairs. I didn't know nothing about it. I just pressed one lot there. You know, I said, okay, one lot. I play one lot in the Germany, 2-3 lots. Why not here? And even one small sign of movement, it went like minus 50 euro. Well, I said, what is going on here? I didn't, you know, that's the tricky part of the markets. You have to know what is going on there, because you will get white up really, really quickly. And sure, that was amazing there. Okay, my friend, I have a nice spike there. Did you see that? Yeah, enjoy it. But you know, we have to be very, very careful, because as I've told you many times, when we have sometimes, you know, it's wise for us as scalpers to have two positions open, which means one for a short term, if we see like 30 pips, 20 pips, something like that, and close it immediately, and one to follow the bot. I've thought of it many times, because sometimes we can have a bot going 30 pips up and then giving a signal 10 or minus 5 or something like that. So that's why you see, you asked me before if I'm excited and thrilled. You know, I feel quite normal until I see some big things happen. If I see those big things happen, then yes, I will be more calmer. Sure, why not? Sure, it's splitting your position is great there. But you know, I like that. That's why I like the robot, because I told you before this move happens that it was too violent there. I don't know. It was the bot didn't give me any really strong sell signal. I had some sell signal, of course, but it wasn't really strong. That's why I thought that they may be going for a U-turn there, which is something I'm trying to do now. But of course, we will go down at some point. I don't think, maybe they could do that, but I don't think they will take all the U-turn until up. They meet Fibonacci levels, you know, I don't know if you heard of Fibonacci levels. Sure, so in the 5-minute chart, they probably will meet one Fibonacci level at some point. But again, they can break that because they know that you trade that Fibonacci. Isn't that interesting to know that the other people trade at that point, or know that the stop loss is behind the fractal? Isn't that amazing? You play with open cards. This is more, yeah, it's like stealing an ice cream from a kid or something. I can think of something really stronger than the ice cream. The kid, you know, it's really, the kid is really attached to the ice cream, so the problem there is great for the kid. But I'll tell you something. At some point, I was searching for an ETX. No, I was searching for a trading platform, and I was searching which is the best, and read some reviews. Who is the broker that can be best or not, or stuff like that. And you could see from every broker, I mean, literally from every broker, you could see like 50 or 100 reviews that were in saying that, oh, he is a scam and don't trade with him. I did that move and I lost and my stop loss was there. You see all kind of that stuff. But I think the real problem is that if you're on the right side, maybe you're not the best guy for them, because they want you, of course, to lose, but they play against you. But this happens with all the market of the gambling, right? You see Barcelona, you play with Real Barcelona. I think the Barcelona will win, and the other side, the company, whatever company offers that bet, and plays against you, of course. Which means that most of the time, I don't think it's the broker. I don't care. For example, now that we're winning, do we care that the broker plays against us? No. Of course, we would care if we make money, they don't give us the money, or we cannot withdraw. That's another story. I agree with that. But at the end of the day, they make a lot of mistakes there. So I don't think it's the broker. Of course, the broker, we have a conflict with broker, that's for sure. But I don't think that if you know what you're doing, it's not the fault of a broker. The broker knows, you know, when you have a market, I was thinking of it myself, but I don't have the funds, of course. When you have a market where 90% lose, why not taking not just 1 pip, you know? Why take 1 pip and not 1,000 euro that he loses that day, right? And it's not the broker's fault there. Because sometimes we say, okay, why the broker? The broker doesn't care. Sometimes they say, oh, the biggest myth I have heard at one point, a trader told me, oh, I don't know what is going on. Whenever I go long, the market goes short. Whenever I go short, what is going on? And I said to him, do you know that your trade doesn't even go to the real market? And he said, what? Yeah, I told him, your trade never arrives at the real market unless you are a successful trader and your broker is afraid of you. So he said, okay, let's hedge Wolf today because I see he goes pretty well. I don't lose any money there. So this means that there is no conspiracy behind this one. This means that the markets are chaotic, and this means that you play. If you lose, if you are outside the market, you play. They have succeeded in manipulating your emotions. That's sure. We are not even there. We are not even there. Okay, the EuroUsd seems some, even though they make some spikes, I don't like, my bot doesn't like it mostly, but also I don't like it. I have to be some kind of prepared there to see if I can close, even with small, you know, if small profit, I don't care. So you see here, we had a small movement behind. That's why I didn't want to tell you anything, so you cannot, I don't want to make you anxious. I saw some weakness from bot, I didn't tell you nothing. Well, no, don't worry, I will inform you. So, I think now, if you go and make a Fibonacci retracement of 5 minutes, let me draw this one. Yeah, I take the higher here, I take the lower. If you see, we're exactly at 38.2. Exactly. Exactly 38.2 from the last. Wow. Wow, that is magical. How this is Wolf a guru here? What is going on? Who is the Wolf? Who is this guy? Put him in jail. Yeah, that's crazy because they know that many. So what's the psychology behind of it? There's two things here that can happen. So and many times we don't know which one will happen. First one is very simple, but I never have seen. I think I never have seen something violated with the first time, which means that we may have a turn here. Now, as you can see, we have a red candle because many people may have entered. Okay, let me see my EuroUsd there because it looks not good for bot. What should I do? Maybe I will close that. Yeah, we'll close that with small profit. I was at 82, now it's 92. I closed that, guys, 92, I don't like it. I don't like the volatility overall there. And now it goes higher. But I will enter definitely if I see, you know, it's not a downtrend yet, which means I can enter at any point, but one can see even from the 30-minute time frame that the volatility and the body of the 30 minutes really, really low. So now it's a nice point here. We either going to break the 38.2 or it's going to make a U-turn. There are many traders that I think they trade only in these areas. I've heard many traders, Fibonacci traders, that they go there and say if it touches 38.2, I put immediately a short position, stop loss above, a little bit above 38.2, and if it's violated, okay, and they, you know, they make some prediction like that, but you never know what's going on. That's why they make the U-turn. So maybe it's a small bear trap, who knows? Or maybe it's yeah, that's not very easy to happen. That's not very easy to happen, my friend. Don't have that illusions when you're playing with the wolf. The wolf will give very little pips. Sure, but sometimes, you know, you have to be a little bit predictable, because in the spikes you cannot react there so much. There's a spike, you may have lost your trade there, right? And another point here is that many people react right now. If you, for example, me, I would react at this point in entering long in the old days. But I would have already lost because we took at 44, we are 55, like 11 pips. We're struggling pip by pip here, it's amazing. It's like working it's better working than struggling so much about a pip. But that's the problem when it's not moving. Sure, we have, I see the stochastic also. it's overloaded there in the 5 minutes. So, but the stochastic is something that fails many times. I mean, yeah, I've seen it in the when I first saw stochastic, I said, "Oh my God! I again discovered the wheel." You see what happens in the EuroUSD? You see that? Yeah, that was a nice call there. You see? That's why I love my bot, but of course it can go high now. I will have an eye on it. But you see, when it does, do you have gaps on your 1 minute? No? You should have some gaps there, or not? Yeah, yeah. There's some. When you see some gaps like that, that's a story behind everything. It means that there's not much volatility. You know, there's not much continuation from one candle to another, even to 1 minute time frame, which is something amazing. So you have to be careful with gaps also there. So it may continue even lower. You see that? I didn't like my bot in there, but it's better to close even, you know. I would have let that. You know, the psychology of winning is really important to handle, because sometimes you may win big, and there comes a point where your 100 points profit becomes 5 points. And you say, no, I need my 100 back. And you go minus 100. Very dangerous. So take your small profit, small loss, and wait to have a clear signal to enter again. The market, you know, some people say, okay, I need to deposit now because I need to catch this movement. But that's wrong. The market will move. This is their life. It's not going to. It's not a shop that will close tomorrow or something like that. So, yeah, it's a lifetime marathon, and believe me, you have to be very careful. I taught this the other day when with a guy. In a video, and I was telling, maybe tomorrow, maybe today, I don't know, and I was telling about trading a percentage of your income. You know, many people bankrupt and they lose money, they lose their house, their wife, their girlfriend, their everything, because they overload with stakes. They put a lot of money inside. Instead of that, if you have the trading disease, or you have, you know, what we call the germ that you need to trade, you're like addicted to trading, you may seek some advice. Oh, let me see it. I see another weakness again here from the bot, but it's not a clear sign of going out. I will follow to the end. So if you want to close, that's okay, but I will stay inside. So, oh, okay. Sure, I will be really fast there, not talking too much. Stop talking, Wolf. Watch the chart. Look, this is what I was talking you before, when income. Yeah, it's very important. If you're a new guy in this trading industry, you have to realize that you're going to lose in the first times until you know how the markets trade and play the games. So it's really important for you to retain your dignity, to retain your house, to retain your car, to say to yourself, I will trade only 5% or 10 or 15% of my salary. So if you take 1,000, just put 100 every month, and if you have small accounts. But if you have bigger, because it's not true that markets need 50K or 100K or 200K. That is a lie. That's a lie, because if you go so deep, and I did that mistake in my first trading here in my country, I had an account of 40K or something like that, 50K. You know, I had big accounts. And sometimes you lose big. Maybe someone will say, what this guy is doing right now? He's killing our industry. But they depend on people who don't know nothing. So, oh, for sure. If you're a newcomer, sure. Sure, sure. Yeah. Sure, sure. I always tell to everyone who wants to enter this industry, if you think you fit for this industry, just put like 300, 500 euros, and if you manage to make that 1,000, then you can do it. Because if you don't do the 500, 1,000 euro, then if you put 1 million, you're not going to make that 2 million. You're going to make it zero. It's exactly the same pattern, because it doesn't matter. That's why I care so much now about the pips I make. I don't care if I make 1 euro, 10 euros, or 100 euros. I want to make sure that this bot is giving some nice advice to me, and then I will raise and raise and raise my lots and be more, you know, not careful, but be more precise there, be more sure about your winnings. Sure. Something big can come, yeah. Yeah, well. Sure. My bot gives me some weakness in the Dax here. Okay, we have to be prepared here. You know, the volatility is really, you see, we hit the 38. I think the price is consolidating at 38.2 here. It's going up and down to 38.2. But be prepared to hit that, to pull the trigger there. Oh, oh, I see a U-turn in the EuroUSD there, but not really great. No sign. Maybe there is a weak spot there to enter. We'll see. But you know, today it's going to be a really not trading day, so it's a more of a chat instead of instead of trading, because we have no volatility. We have to accept that, you know. Yeah, tomorrow's another day, and we'll see what happens there. And sometimes, you know, you have to handle your to continue what you said before. You have to handle your losses really, really nicely. Okay. You have to prepare here a little bit. Let me see have my eyes on my bot. I don't like this one. You see, we're playing now against the trend. If you have noticed that, right? That's a really, yeah, we're going against the trend, and this is a nice thing about the bot. You know, I really, when I trading manually, it wasn't really easy for me to trade against the trend. And many times, you know, at some point I was trading like, I told to myself, every 200 pips I will put a short position, and then a short, and leave them. But at some point this destroys you, so you have to be really careful there. A nice thing I have seen with my bot, I did it in the first video, but it wasn't so great, but I've seen it in other back tests, and some live I didn't have the opportunity to put them on the video, is that if there is a nice trend, my bot gonna take it all. I mean, every pip of that trend will be mine. Yeah, yeah, I don't care. But if there is no such a trend, maybe you take 30 and you lose it, stuff like that, which is something I would never dreamt in the past. There were days like I did like 100 or 200 euros profit, and the market did like 300 pips up or down, and I said, why did I didn't? And one psychological aspect of this situation, which many people have, is that when they see the market moving, if they are not inside, they won't take the trade. They feel that they have lost, the train or something. If there is a big trend, if there is a spike, they will take it and they will throw them out. But if there is a big trend, you feel, I felt that at some point in the manual training, oh, now it's too late, and it keeps going up, and I say, oh my God, we went like 300 pips today. Why didn't I enter? Because the market, and sometimes the US opens with 150 pips or 200 profit, and goes 200 more. And I said, why did I not enter there? This was the problem with the manual trading. And the other problem is that when you lose and you're a downtrend, you say now, oh my God, what should I do now? Oh, let's stay a little bit, maybe this will turn. And they make a retracement. Okay, now we're making some progress here. And it goes deeper and deeper and deeper. And you say, okay, the account's blown. You cry, you do whatever, yeah. Many people. Yeah, that's pretty bad. So, be careful, Dax on Wall Street. Wolf is here. Okay. No, I don't want that. Oh, my broker. Yes, sir. My broker, they say that the broker has an A and a B book, as they say. The A book is where the retail traders lose all the time. They have statistical analysis, they have their account, as you said before, they have every move, they have how many moves they make per day, they have everything. They know the psychology of this, they know my psychology, but now it's changed a little bit, so they are now making, some, they're gathering together and saying, oh my God, what are we going to do with the wolf? He's starting to make money. So in this book, the A book, they're all the losers, and they play always against them. No matter what, no matter if they have one day of winning or something like that, they never place their bet. Okay, let me see here. It's not actually a weakness here for some reason. In the old days, I would have gone outside this trade. Now it's not a very great sign of weakness, but prepare yourself. Yeah, don't get scared by this one. Wait, I smell them. I hope I smell the right thing and not some pizza or something like that. Yeah, it's consolidating 38.8. Yeah, I see, but I see in the 30-minute time frame, there's like a double bottom, a small double bottom there, which sometimes can be broken really, really easily. These double bottoms, I don't think they really work so much, but they work under other conditions there. Okay, where we are now. In 5 minutes, I think I don't see the Bollinger Bar. Where is the middle Bollinger here? Maybe I erased it, I don't know. Let me see. In the We are below Bollinger in 5 minutes, right? Yeah, sure. That's not a good sign. This is why, you know, when you're playing against the trend, I've seen many times, you don't have many pips to take there. But if you play with the trend, you may see some great moves happening. Very, very indecisive at this point, but this could end in a very nice long trend on a technical analysis, but I've stopped using that because I have the bot. Based on technical analysis, you see that there is a double bottom there. So a small double bottom, but we have hit some support resistance also in 30 minutes. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff to comprehend. You see, you know, you have to see everything is correct and everything is wrong in the markets, you know. The Bollinger tells sometimes the truth, but sometimes they kill you. The support resistance telling the truth, but sometimes they kill you. So this sometimes is really big. That's why we lose. Okay, Germany, what are you doing? Of course, you're not doing too much now because do they go to sleep? Do we know if the institutes go to sleep right now? Have they closed the computers, or they just put the bots turning, you know, moving it a little bit? They went to the pub, yeah? Sure. But maybe we should go to the pub also, right? Yeah, maybe that's a nice thing we can do. We can go to a pub where maybe Wall Street, across the whole street, they may have a pub there. We may go there and, you know, get drunk someone or some girl. I don't know if are there girls that go in these positions there. They might be bitches though, right? They might be really cruel to handle this situation. Okay, some movement here for some reason. Wait. It's consolidating too much. But we've lost some. How many pips are you now? 11.5. Okay. I'm 44.53. I'm 9, I think. 9.10, something like that. Yeah, now the weakness becomes greater. My bot says wait a little bit, but not too much, because there's a weakness signals from 2-3 candles in the before. So, but if this is a downward movement of stochastic, if you see in 5 minutes the stochastic is going down and down, but we stay at the same spot, so why don't it go lower there? Maybe because there is a hidden bull trend inside, right? That's why it decides to stay there. So you see, we are now in a position when they want to raise maybe many traders there. They are at 38.2. Maybe they want to find more short traders there so they can keep going up higher. You know what I mean? They need fuel. They need fuel. So they kind of telling, that's why I get some weak signals from the bot. They're kind of telling that we're going down, but they're not actually going down. That's how I perceive it at this point. I think EuroUsd is untradeable at this time, so when the other traders see this video, try not to trade at this time. But it's going to be too late if you're already trading there. Okay, there's a small spike. Okay, it's legit for me, it's legit for the robot. You see, come on, tell me the truth. When you saw the video for the first time, you said that this guy can't be for real, right? Tell me the truth. Yeah. Sure, you're really lucky, you know. I'm really, you know, I feel really nice that I will save you some money, because if you go deeper and deeper alone, believe me, many people start with 200, but at some point they tell to themselves, maybe if I have a little bit more money, they wouldn't have closed or wouldn't have taken the margin call. So they persuade themselves that they need more money. And they open a bigger account, and bigger, and then you get a really, really... Yeah, you like the spike there? That was a nice... How many times you would have left when scalping this one? How many times you would have closed on your position if you had scalped this? First, yeah. So you're sure, you see, that's why I'm talking to you, so I can make you a little bit less anxious. Sure. And another interesting point is that you see many people do that strategy. The first red candle, I don't think nobody can, there's no easy strategy to trade on the candles. You know, the candles changing really fast. And you're a scalper. I've seen many candles going, breaking the up and the lower and higher of the previous one. And you say, why? It went up and then down, and why I closed it and opened again? I've seen tradings, and traders open and close at the same spot. Have you done that before? Yeah, I know. Yeah, and you're playing like in a circle, a small circle. You haven't realized that it's a small circle. That's why you have to. I believe many people say that the indicators are lagging or something like that. But my indicators and putting them together have given me the opportunity to be a little predictable. At least some points, not too much, of course. And this is the nice part here. I don't think there is some people say, okay, I have a plain, you know, screen. I don't put any indicator on my screen, and then I am very happy and I trade when it goes like Doji or Shooting Star or whatever the song you can come up. Yeah, they say, okay, this is a shooting star, let's go down, let's go up. But in scalping, I don't think you can do such a... I haven't heard someone trading. Oh, so you cannot get out really fast, you mean? Sure. We may have a tracement here. Be ready for that. Maybe big. It may be big. Prepare for that, because you know it's a breakout, but still the trend hasn't changed. I have a trend indicator here, and the trend hasn't changed yet. Yeah, the trend is still down. Maybe it was. You know, I've seen many times this kind of action where you have a breakout, you say, oh, it's going up now, and it goes really badly down. So it looks like that. I don't want to frighten you at this point, but It looks like that, but of course we have the help of EuroUsd right now, so don't worry too much. Yeah, yeah. So they fall. Yeah, there's all together, but you know, sometimes you don't have to struggle so much with yourself and making yourself miserable because you cannot watch all these things, all the fundamentals on the EuroUSD. You know, you have to study really hard there, and it's kind of difficult to see all these kind of things. And even, you know, in the past when I was manually trading, my problem was that I could see in the higher time frames, I could see that the price would go there. But by scalping, I did all wrong. And at the end of the day, the price was there. And I said, why the hell did I make money today? You see what I mean? And this is what happens most of the times. And I read somewhere that there was a research done, and they said that the higher time frame you trade, the more you're about to make money. And that's true in some point, I believe. But when you have a small account, maybe you're afraid of losing that. But again, that's I think that's an excuse, because many people, when trading low scalping, are gamblers. I think you have some gambling side, otherwise you wouldn't trade at 1 minute. So it's a really bad thing, the scalping. And I was almost, you know, before I had the idea of the GG robot, I was about to skip 1 minute and would trade like 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 4 hours, stuff like that. It's not very easy to scalp in the... Yeah. Yeah, 50 minutes, you know, it's not actually scalping, but I believe you mean scalping by if I take like 10, 15 pips, I close it, something like that. Because if you get a nice pin bar in the 15 minutes, it's going to be really bad. For a scalper, at least. If you're a scalper in a 15 minutes and you get a downward movement, if you were long there, it's going to be really bad for you. It's going to be great, really, really bad. Oh, we almost like, you see, that's the most important thing. When I was trading manually, scalping manually, I was in such a stress. Oh my God, I was, you know, half of my white hair on the head are made of scalping, because I had to make so many decisions. I had to close so many times with loss. And believe me or not, if you make like 200 trades because you're scalping too fast with red and green candles and stuff like that, then €1, if you lose €1 per trade, like this, 200 euros loss. And you know, and you don't know even when that came from. And you say, what happened now? It hasn't gone nowhere. We're in the same spot, and I'm losing. What is going? Have you made that happen before? Being in the same spot and scalping and losing? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, has Trump scratches his head. Yeah, he scratches his head. Oh my God, 200 pips down. But don't do that. You're going to lose your day job. Don't do that. Removes all the anxiety and stress. Exactly. I have a long time to feel a little bit calmer. Of course, I have the anxiety also. I have sweated already, but that's not the point. The point is that you feel a little bit calmer of facing this thing, facing more calmer, facing your losses more calmer. You saw what happened in EuroUSD. I said, okay, I had a little bit bigger winning there, but it's okay. The bot has given some weak signals here, but we have to, because it can turn really nicely here and go and continue going down. Let me see the 5-hour chart. The 5-hour chart also, some support and resistance there are hit. That's why maybe if we were a long-term positioned here, maybe tomorrow this could fly. Maybe this tomorrow could fly here, but I don't think I will keep it overnight. I had the position at one point overnight, and there were some, I think, French elections or something like that, and it made a major gap. I mean, oh my God, it was great. It was 400 pips. I think it Dax. I'm not sure it was Dax or something like else, but I believe it was Dax. 400 pips. Are you for serious? Jeez. And then you decide one day, sometimes this thing happens. So when you see a movement, of course you could say you can put a stop loss. But I think when you put a stop loss, there's no trading there. Oh, look at that movement, the EuroUSD. I had a signal there, but all the signals were too weak to follow there. But one came really nice. So sometimes you may feel that like I feel now. I feel that tomorrow maybe we see a nice uptrend. The more logical move here is to stay in a trend, not in a trend, to stay sideways, to go sideways until tomorrow. Another nice move that can be done, but these are only predictions and cannot be true. Another nice move is to make at 3 or 4 o'clock in the AM, to make a great move upwards, a trend upward, and in the morning you will see like 50, 60, 100 pips already up. And you say, oh, okay, that's nice, I'm a scalper, I don't care what you did, you bastards. I will try scalp you right now. So, even if you put a stop loss overnight, you see that if there's no trade, your trade will be minus, because there was no trade there, so the stop loss was not valid, and you were not stop lossed. That's the problem with the gaps that are made at 1 o'clock at night, when the other day begins again. You have to be very careful about overnight, and there are some commissions also. It was a time I used to kept overnight, and the commissions literally killed me. I had like 1,000 euros commissions per month. It was it was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy, but you do stupid things when you don't know what you're doing, and they would take. I would make some money by scalping there and preserving and hedging my position, stuff like that. and again, nothing could be done. The commissions would put me down again and again. That's why the spread betting is nice, but not for too much, because they're lending you money. And when they lend you money, I have a small position for the EuroUSD now, but it's not moving for a short. I'm not taking that. I'm telling you that the bot says short there. You know, have you noticed that the candles are becoming a little bit bigger now? In Euro and the EuroUSD and the Dax made before. Oh, you put the Fibonacci there. I took it off. Let me see. Yeah. Are you sure? I think we're somehow, maybe I took it from another. I took the higher. We are in the middle of 38 and 50 right now. Oh, okay. But I think you have taken a little bit lower. Let me see, lower. Yeah. If you go a little, you have to take it from a red candle. If you go back, you must find the red candle reversed hammer, and this is the higher place when it's right, I believe, too. Do you see that? You took, I believe you took the green hammer. Yeah, you have to take the higher of that trend there, because the trend stopped at that candle. But you see, some people do trade with inverted and wicks and stuff like that, and this wick could actually work there at the 5 minutes. But nevertheless, if you go like 4 candles behind, you see a great wick there also, but nothing happened. It still went up. So this wick story, they already know it, you know. So at some point you realize, oh my God, they know about the wicks also. They know everything. Sure. Okay, I didn't see this. We have a nice retracement here again. This is not very great weak. It may be a weakness. Yeah, it's a hidden weakness, this one. Let's see what we're going to do. Not yet a strong close position, but it's kind of weakness. Oh, EuroUSD keep going lower there. But I won't trade that. I want volatility. If we had volatility, I would have taken that the trade there. But sometimes, you know, the trade is valid. It's the signal was correct, but because of the volatility, it didn't give too much. It didn't give too much pips there. So when you get an exit position, you're minus. Okay. Let's see this one here. I don't like it here. I really don't like it. You see a weird candle. We broke up and down. Do you see that? Some people say that this candle is a trend, a change of trend. But you don't know what means change of trend. Maybe down, maybe up, who knows? Some people say sure, I will have my eye on the bot here. Okay. You see that when there are too many gaps, I don't like it, because at some point they have to fill them. And as you can see at 8 to 50 or something, there's a gap there at 1 minute, which means that can go there at any time. But that's not, there are too many gaps many times, so you don't know exactly which one will be closed, which one will stay open. which one will close the next day. Sure. Yeah. Did you discover the wheel now? Yeah. We expect this volume at this time, you know, at maybe in a little while when we close this position, I believe, you know, I believe that we're going higher tomorrow. That's my belief. But I won't take I won't take that stake. I want to be on my computer when I trade with the bot, so I won't take that. One thing you can do is put a stop loss like 15 pips below your open position and let it ride, because it seems that like a position when it could ride. Nevertheless, we have a okay. We have. Oh, wait. Let me have my eyes on my bot. Okay, I think we have to close. Wait. Yeah, let's close this one. Okay, I will wait this candle, and if another one comes, or if this candle becomes more aggressive, wait a little bit. How many pips did you make today? Yeah, but tell me the but, because there's also a but there. And then what happened? Okay, so EuroUsd, 30 EuroUsd pips. Okay, great. Sure. From Germany, did you take any pips there? Mm-hmm. How many pips did you lose there? Oh, you subscribe to my channel. Wow, nice. I will give you a candy. Great. Yeah, but I started right now. I started right now. I had another video, but I had to stop that because it needed internet connection to upload that. So I wanted to have to talk with you. So I decided to stop that. But at the end of the day, I will upload this one and the other one. No, wait. No, don't worry. So how many pips? I didn't hear that. How many pips was the loss over? 18 pips. Okay. Okay, but not for the Dax, as I understand it. How many days have you? What was the last? When do overall on average? Do you are green at Dax or red at Dax? Take out the EuroUsd, because this is another in the Dax, in the character of Dax. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, that happens such many times there. Yeah, but an interesting point there. Well, sometimes if you feel calmer or better with a market, maybe someone, not you, because now you're chasing my Gigi robot, but some other guy, maybe they should put it down and say, even though many people like trading DAX, why not trading the EuroUSD? I'm good at it. I make money. Why not trading only that? There are many mentors that they have. I think when I start watching some videos, I think they have left the indexes because if you take it on another aspect, there is not much volatility, at least at DAX. Of course, there are many days that when the day has a trend, yes, there are good volatility, but many days, the movements are really, really difficult to make money. And many have gone to the to the pairs market because of this, because they have many pips there. But you have to be experienced. That's why only experienced people go there. Because if you take a big loss with 500 pips there, it's going to be enormous. If you put one lot or two lot there, you're lost. Yeah, I think they have killed technical analysis in DAX. They kill the lowest, the swing before they kill it and go up, and they do whatever they like. they, they rule. But well, whatever it fits you, yeah. Okay, I sense a weakness from the bot here. Even though it was a nice spike, small nice spike there, it's still, oh yeah. Let's prepare yourself now. I think this one, you see some violent movement. Oh, they started trading. Did they come? They come back from the pub. Do we have information on that? Do you have a waiter? Do you have a friend waiter there to call? Maybe they came up from pub for a second round here because I see they're preparing for a downward movement in the. Okay. Oh. At some point we have to make the decision, my friend. And the thing is that time is right now, but by bot saying is becoming more sure that we need to close. Okay, let's close it. Close it. Yeah, we became millionaires. And now you see the price going up and up. Oh my God. Oh, what your bot said. Yeah, but at this point, it can change, for sure it can change. I can assure you. How many pips? Like 10? Oh no, it's what? 15, yeah. 116 pips. Oh my God, I need to come to your company. No, don't worry. I think I was also 14, 57. Yeah, I'm like 13, 14 pips there. Nice one. Okay, I think. Yeah, how do you feel about this thing? Sure. Yeah. No, the Da Vinci Code of putting all the indicators together and blah blah and blah blah. Nee, I don't want to talk about myself, but I'm the smartest guy. I'm a very sincere, yeah, you know. I think I will call it day too. I'm not sure. There's no volatility. You know, this is another a reversed signal, to tell you the truth, but I won't take that. Reverse signal means that it can go down now. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to take it because no, I don't want to take that signal. You know, if there is no volatility, it's going to kill us at some point. Everything, yeah, everything is home to their wife. Sure. Sure. Okay, so as I promised you, we're going to be together for a week or so. We're going to test some things. What times do you usually trade when you're working? Oh, you can trade at the time. Okay, but you can. I believe you cannot speak on Skype or something like that, right? Yeah. Sure. Okay, well, we'll see what we're going to do there. And okay, so do you have any questions? Anything you would like to ask? I think it's going up, but don't worry. Don't take any other trades. Okay, that's really nice. But as I told you in the morning, you know, you asked me, and you should have asked me, every people that comes. I am in a bad situation right now about my funds, which means I don't have the ability to trade. And sure, I would do it. Maybe I'm not sure what I would have done if I had many, a much bigger account or something like that. But at the other point, sometimes it feels really nice to protect some other people of not having the loss or not getting through what you got through over a decade or so. So it is, even this thing is rewarding. Of course, we talked about some plans that about how we can proceed together. If you see that this thing is offering some money, because you have to prove it to yourself also, right? You have to see by your own eyes, yes, this thing can make me money, so why not giving little to Wolf? That makes a lot of sense, correct? Yeah, I told you in the morning, I don't sell any education as other people sell. I use such indicator, and when the Bollinger Band becomes like a C-cup or whatever they feel, it's very objective. Sometimes these things are too objective. The Elliott waves are too objective. You see a wave there, but it's not kind of wave. It's a windsurfer, but it's not a windsurfer. It's different. And I would appreciate a lot of gurus having, you know, the people on their side and saying, I'm going long at this price at this moment. Join me. No. Yeah, that's... Yes. So everybody will win. That's the point of it. Yeah. You know, you have to stop telling me that such things, because they become weight on my shoulders, and I want to be... I don't want any pressure. No. The bot isn't you know, isn't hearing anything, so don't worry. Yeah. Sure. Okay. Great. Sure. Sure. Let's call it a day. Very nice to speak with you again, trade with you. I hope we can do it tomorrow again. I will certainly do it. Let's see. We can do something tomorrow if there is volatility, because sometimes when a day is too volatile, the other day is really, really bad. So we have to recognize that really fast, so we won't have any losses there. So take care. Have a nice night. Nice to talk to you. Bye. Bye.